country and for the sake of the masses of this country.
Okay, ever since that first time, that incident you gave me, your opening narrative, how Osun started defaulting, didn't pay, or your two thoughts, well, if you didn't pay,
So I was just going to run through that. So at a point, when it became the turn of Osun again in July 2014, it was still the same old story. Nothing was coming. Of course, then became the turn of Oyo again. So that was how the university was forced to be paying salaries using IGR for 18 solid months. When the IGR dried up, problems started. And the beauty of this is that...
I'm sorry, how does IGR dry up? Were you not getting this IGR on a yearly basis?
Yes, we get the IGR on a yearly basis.
How does it dry up?
Yeah. You know, there is in accounting, there is what we call income and expenditure. When an expenditure far overshoots the income, that is where we are. This is, for example, I have just told you that the university makes 2.3 billion naira annually for salaries alone.
Presently?
Yes, for salaries alone.
2.3 billion?
Yes. For
how much is required to run?
That's what I'm coming to that. For salaries alone, our monthly salary in LAUTECH is 365 million naira monthly, which means that you need 4.38 billion in a year just for salaries alone. We are not talking of running costs. We are not talking of other responsibilities of the university and all that. So you can multiply that. So if the university is making 2.3 billion naira a year, and the salaries alone takes 4.38 billion naira, where is the balance? And like I was saying, the beauty of this was, look, when the university administration started this tradition of using IGR to run the university, we raised an alarm that there is no way you can sustain this using IGR to pay salaries.
What were they using the IGR for before?
Yeah. Number one, as I speak to you, the university, the government, we don't have the government does not give us anything for pension and gratuities. We are talking of a university of almost 30 years. People have retired.
Is it that government had never done that?
Never.
They've never taken care of the pensions and gratuity of LAUTECH?
Never,
both
ever.
Governments.
So yes, so it's the university that is using IGR to pay that. Beyond that, the university runs. You know, you need to run the university. You pay electricity bill, you buy stationery and all that. Which the government is not giving the university anything on. We use that. We periodically have promotional areas that have to be paid. The government doesn't capture that.
But I thought that when both governments say when they are taking care of the school, all of those are factored in. But now you're saying they're not.
No, they're not. They're not. There's what we call EAA and academic allowances, which the government is not paying. So all these things are there. It is within this that the university has been running and managing to keep the system afloat. Of course, we know running a university is a shared responsibility. The university, in terms of this, has been keeping afloat. So that was why we raised alarm that, look, this impression that the university can run on its own without government subvention is a project doomed for failure.
Have you met with the governors of the two states to try to fashion out ways to change this drop in funds?
We have written several letters to them, and we have sat down, at least with the governor of Oyo State. Of course, at that point, we wanted to go to Osun State. But the governor of Oyo State said, no. we needn't go to Osun. That the governor of Osun State is his brother, that he can speak for the two of them. So we told the governor of Oyo State at that meeting that, look, you have to fund the university on a sustainable basis, not any ad hoc arrangement that you just wake up today, release some couple of millions and say you are funding the university. Let me clarify that. At the point we held that meeting with the governor of Oyo State, the two governments were owing the university to the tune of 7.5 billion naira. 18 months subventions that they did not give us. That was when they then went to town and quickly gave 590-something million between the two of them. And we told them that, look, you are owing well over 7 billion naira. You are releasing, this will not solve any problem. Then we resumed that time. After signing an MOU with the administration on behalf of council, that this backlog of debts will be paid, will be cleared in due course, and you will look into the funding issue. That was when we resumed.
All right.
But as we speak.
Okay, let me bring up this comment from Osun State Governor. It was published on May 29, where he said that they stopped giving financial support to Osun State University, that's Uni Osun, as an institution with about 12,000 students population about 3 years ago, and the university is still running on its own till today. The population of LAUTECh is about 33,000, and the difference between the tuition fee being paid by LAUTECh and Uni Osun is not much. So this is suggesting that could LAUTECh be living above its means?
Well, that statement, to be modest, is unfortunate. It's far from the truth, to be modest. Number one, you are comparing two incomparable institutions. Uni Osun is barely 10 years old. LAUTECh is almost 30 years old, precisely 27 years. The number of professors that we have in LAUTECh cannot be compared to what they have. The number of professors in Uni Osun is not even up to the number of professors that we have in chemistry department in LAUTECh. That is one. Number two, people have been retiring in LAUTECh, taking gratuities and all that. Uni Osun doesn't have that. Then this thing about the tuition being compared, LAUTECh takes 65,000 naira flat from our own students. Uni Osun charges between 95,000 and 140,000. So where is the comparison? So it's just like taking UI, which is a federal university, and comparing that to maybe Oye, same, because the two of them are federal institutions. Are they comparable? That is the kind of comparison that the governor of Osun State was making. And even at that, thank God, the vice chancellor had to be begging the student. That is the vice chancellor of the University of Osun. Okay,
we'll go to break, but we'll come back and take a look at some more of this with a view to proffering solutions. Join us again.